Hey loves, welcome back to my kitchen. So today I'm going to be doing baked chicken for dinner. I'm going to be doing baked chicken. Alright, so let me just make it clear. Some persons may do their baked chicken different. This is just something new that I'm trying today, so you don't have to use exactly what I'm using here, but I'm just trying something a little bit different today. Alright, so what we're gonna go ahead and, so we have the chicken here. So before I get into the seasoning, the chicken, it was a whole chicken. I cut it up myself and I washed it in vinegar. I don't like using meat unless I wash it thoroughly with vinegar, so I let it soak for a little while in the vinegar, and then I rinse it off with fresh water. All right, so the fresh seasoning that we're using today, they're right all here. So we have some onions there, we have garlic there, of course, and then we have some grated ginger there, freshly grated ginger. All right, so we're gonna pour all of that into the container with the chicken. All right, so that's all the fresh seasonings. All right, we are now gonna go ahead and add powdered seasoning to this. So I'm going to add half a teaspoon of turmeric, not a lot. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of white pepper. 2 teaspoons of white pepper. Or should I say a teaspoon and a half? I don't need 2. A teaspoon and a half of white pepper. I'm going to using some onion powder. I'm just going to shake until kind of think that's enough. And this is the onion powder that I'm using. It's Island Spice. It's a local Jamaican brand. I'm going to be using some cayenne pepper. I think I'm going to just use half a teaspoon because, as I said, I'm really not the person for heat. I don't like when things are too peppery. Alright, I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of salt. Don't need more than 1 because all the other ingredients are kind of going to already have salt in them. So you don't want it to be too salty. And it's sea salt, guys, that I use. And then I'm going to use some paprika. That's it. Oh, and the last thing I'm going to use is this chicken seasoning. First time using it, so I'm just trying it out to see how it's going to taste. Alright, so it's granulated bouillon flavored for chicken. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and use 1 teaspoon of that. As I said, when you're seasoning up your stuff, you don't have to use all of these mixtures together. I like when my things are well seasoned, so I try to put a lot of seasoning in it. Alright, I'm also going to use these. I'm going to use 1 of the Maggi cubes. So this is a garlic and onion flavor. So I'm going to use 1 of these in it as well because we don't need too much of that. We already have the natural garlic and onion, plus I already added onion powdered seasoning to it as well. Alright, now what I'm going to use as a liquid base, guys, is some yogurt. Now, to be honest, it should be regular plain yogurt. I don't have any on hand. So I'm going to be using this vanilla flavored yogurt, and it's going to help to soften the chicken while we marinate because I'm going to leave it overnight to marinate, and trust me, it's going to be really good. So instead of the vanilla, you can also use buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, once you have milk, you just add a tablespoon or 2 to regular milk, allow it to sit for about 5 minutes, and you have buttermilk. There you go. So I don't have any buttermilk and I don't have any regular yogurt, so I'm going to be using this yogurt. Alright, So I'm just gonna empty the container into the packet, scraping off all of it, not wasting any. A good yogurt I use in our chicken, but it's okay. And please don't come for me in the comments and ask me, what that? You need to try it. Trust me, it's good. It's just like marinating your chicken in buttermilk. Alright, so just scraping out the rest of the container into here. Whoops! Guys, you see me, I messed up the whole place. But these things happen sometimes. So I just gotta wipe off the counter when I'm done. But that's all good. Alright. So from here, we are just going to mix all of those flavors together. Now, also, if you notice, I took the skin off the chicken. I'm not really wanting to leave the skin on my chicken unless it's fried chicken I'm doing. And even then, sometimes I still do take the skin off. But most of the times when I'm doing fried chicken, I will remove the skin. Alright. So, mixing everything together here, guys. I think I'm going to add a little more paprika too because I want to give it a little more color. This is just regular paprika, it's not smoked paprika, guys. Okay, so just continue mixing until you've incorporated everything. Of course, you can put your hands in there, but this is doing quite fine for me right now, the spoon, so I'm okay. Alright guys, so everything is fully coated in the concoction I just made. Alright, so this is, as I said, I'm gonna put this in the oven, in the fridge, overnight, so all of those flavors can come together. Alright, so again guys, you don't have to use all of the seasoning that I use. You can just use what you have on hand. A lot of persons always ask what you put in your stuff. I tell them, to be very honest, I generally use what I have unless I want a specific flavor. And then when you do that, when you experiment, you'll realize that you find new and different ways of doing that one dish. So for instance, even if it's baked chicken, it doesn't have to taste the same all the time, because when you do baked chicken, you know, generally persons only put a certain stuff on it. I don't do that. I try to make, even if it's baked chicken, try to make the taste of it be different each time. And the only way you can do that is by experimenting, guys. It's not a exact science, especially when it comes to cooking. It's really just putting flavors together that you think will mesh well. Alright, so this is just going to be going into the fridge overnight, and we're going to pop it in the oven tomorrow. Alright, now if you don't have to do it overnight, but I would suggest you allow it to marinate for at least 4 hours. Alright, no person said 2, but I really like when you marinate for 4 hours. If you're gonna do it for 2, I'd suggest what you can do is to stick the chicken, you know, use a fork and stick it so that the seasons can get into the chicken really quickly. Alright, but that's it. Alright guys, so our chicken have been marinating overnight, so we're gonna go ahead and pop them in the oven now. I just preheated the oven to 400, and I'm just gonna pop the chicken on the grill now. One tip I can give you when you are doing your chicken, it's just something very simple, but I find it to be effective, guys, is that turn the chicken, so you turn the right side down first on the pan or in your pan. Let me just tell you, I put foil paper in the pan that I'm using and put grills in it, and I spread it with a little bit of right side down first, so that when you're finished cooking, the right side up. And you especially want to do this when you're not using a grill and you're just putting it on the pan itself. And you take it immediately from off the pop them in the oven. Pop that in the oven. As I said, we allowed the oven to heat, so we're just gonna put this in the oven right now. Okay, guys. And we're gonna let it cook. We're gonna let it bake for about 20-25 minutes before we turn it over. And I know sometimes that may seem a little bit long, but I like when my stuff is cooked thoroughly, so I just ensure to keep it in there long enough so that it's thoroughly cooked. All right, guys, so our chicken has been in the oven for about 10 minutes, and look, already starting to get some color. Now I'm just gonna give it another 15 before I take it out and just check them to see where they are, and then I'm gonna baste them with a little bit of sauce that I'm gonna make. Alright guys, so I just took the chicken out of the oven. It's been in there for 15 minutes. Now to the pan, remember the little sauce that was left when I took the chicken out, I just added about 2 tablespoons of honey and some ketchup, and this is what I'm gonna just coat the chicken in and put it back in the oven right side up so it can finish. Because if you touch it right now, the chicken is pretty tender and soft, right? So just gonna coat it in it a little bit, right side up. So that it can get brown. Alright, so just picking it up, just coating it in the chicken a little. See, look at that. It is super soft already. Alright guys, so I just turned the chicken over, and all I'm gonna do now is to just use a spoon and just pour the sauce over it. And the sauce is simply the remaining that was in the pan after I took the chicken out. I just added 2 tablespoons of honey to it and some ketchup, and I'm just gonna pour it too big and difficult, guys. That's it. Alright, and I'm just going to use a little spoon to ensure that we just get the stuff all over the chicken. As I said, I turned them right side up, and now we're going to pop them back in the oven because they're basically done cooking, guys. So we're going to pop them back in the oven for another 10 minutes, and then that is it. Thoroughly cooked and ready to go, guys. As simple as that.